You're not behind. You're 24. Or I'm 24. I feel like I can relate to you if you're like in your 20s, early, mid, even late 20s or whatever, and you're like in this constant comparison cycle, comparing yourself to every single body out there and being like, oh my God, like, why don't I have a house yet? Why am I not married yet? Why don't I have a car yet? Why don't I have children yet? And it's just like, oh my God, chill, like literally chill. Before we get into it though, hi guys, my name is Furley. Welcome and welcome back to the channel of the girl who yaps, amongst other things. And for today's video, I'm going to be yapping about the fact that we're like way too much. We're doing way too much. Us people in our 20s are doing way too much when it comes to obsessing over how we're not doing enough at this stage, or like we're not far enough yet. Okay, here's my thing. I am not going to sit here and come to you and act like I'm better than you because you're a complete fool. You're an idiot for thinking this way. Like, I've never thought this way before. I've never had a crash out before, watching other people live their lives and thinking, oh my goodness, why isn't my life that far yet? Why have I not done this thing yet? No, I'm not going to sit here and act like that because I have. I definitely have. And like a lot of my videos, a lot of my advice videos where I'm like giving you guys advice on like different things in life, like I promise you that video was probably made after I already crashed out, and then I was just like, you know what, let me take a second, let me sit with myself and let me like think about it, like let me consider like why and what's going on, and you know, like what would be like the proper course of action to take or whatever, like, you know what I mean? I want you to know that I do not think that I'm better than you at all. I have also had the moments where I've crashed out and been like, oh my gosh, like why have I not reached these certain milestones in life yet, you know? But my thing is, what I think that a lot of us are, especially like being Gen Z, like just honestly just as people in general, like when you were a child, like you probably had like a certain idea of where you would be in life at a certain point, you know what I mean? Like for me, I definitely thought that 24, 25, like I'm definitely going to be getting married, having kids, doing all that, whatever right now, right? If you come to me right now and you tell me, oh, have children, are you insane? I would be like, you're crazy. You're actually mad. Not because like I'm one of those people that like hates the idea of having kids and I never want to have kids. Like, no. By the way, for those people who are that way, like, you know what I mean? Do you? I'm glad that you know that you don't want them and you don't do that. Like, great. But like, no, I'm not one of those people. I'm definitely one of those people who would like to have that one day, but I do not want to have that prematurely. Like, I want to have children knowing that like I have done the therapy, done the work, unhealed childhood trauma. You know what I mean? I'm also with someone who has also done the therapy, done the work, unhealed their childhood trauma. You know, I know that we're going to be good. I know that they're going to be healthy and safe and loved, that their mom and their dad have experienced their youth and felt like, oh my gosh, I've done the thing and now I'm ready. I'm just going to hold the camera because I feel like the lighting is going absolutely crazy right now. But anyway, like I genuinely want there to be so much in place and so much ready before I ever even think about doing that. So for me being like, I'm turning 25 in like a little bit over a month, to think about bringing a child into, especially with the way the world is going. Listen, not right now. Not right now. Like I feel like, you know, even if I were in that place, like even if you are my age, you know, maybe a little bit younger, a little bit older, and you are like, oh, I want that stage, like I want that to be happening in life right now, but it hasn't happened yet. Like you need to like give yourself more grace. You know what I mean? Like for one thing you did not know when you were a kid was that like when you were going to be in this age, when you're going to be around this era, that the economy was going to look the way that it does. Like you didn't know that. You know what I mean? A lot of us didn't know that. A lot of us didn't prepare for that. Like ease up, like be nice to yourself. Like ease up, like be nice to yourself. That doesn't mean it's not going to, it can't eventually happen. Like I think it's 100% possible that it can happen. Even when it comes to like being married and stuff, like that, like you didn't know what kind of dating environment you were going to walk into. You didn't know that there was going to be a coronavirus that was going to bring about all of these podcasts where people have a bunch of like extreme views and all this different stuff. You didn't know all this stuff was going to happen. So give yourself a break and like don't be mad at yourself for one, like when it comes to being like, oh, why am I not in this place in life also? You know what I mean? This is not me saying like, oh my God, just screw it. Screw it. Like it's never going to work. Like never, like give up on all of the things that you want to do. Like give up on that marriage that you want to have. Give up on the home you want to buy. Give up on the children. Like that's not what I'm saying at all. I am saying to give yourself grace and to not be like so upset with yourself that you're not at a certain place in life. And another thing that I feel like makes it harder for us, especially as people who are like Gen Z or whatever, is like we also are growing up in an era of social media, and what social media does really warps our minds when it comes to like thinking like what we should have at what particular time. So much of social media is showing you people who are like extremely young, who have achieved incredible things by the time they are your age. Like you'll see people who are like 19 years old and it's like they've already started this insane tech company, like they've done this stuff or whatever. Like you'll see people who are like very, very young and they're living in mansions, you know, they're having all these cars, they're doing all these amazing things, and you're like, oh my gosh, like look at them. But I need you to understand that that is not normal. That is the anomaly. The majority of people who are your age have not reached that level of success, and that's totally fine. That's totally normal. And then also bring into account the fact that some of the people who have these things did not have your upbringing. You know what I mean? Some people who have these things have parents who are very, very rich backing them, who are allowing them to do that. You know what I mean? Like some people, the second they say as a child, I want to be a singer, I want to be an engineer, I want to like be an anesthesiologist or whatever, their parents are immediately like, oh, you want that? Like, let me just offer that to you. Let me person, I can call that person. I have all of this wealth. I have this whatever, and I will be able to provide that for you. You know what I mean? So there are certain people who have that. So if you're a person who didn't have that and you're comparing yourself to the people who did, that's not fair to yourself. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to the family that raised you. Like give yourself some grace. Like it's totally fine. It's totally fine. And also think about like when it comes to like social media, like when people come on social media, they're not going to show you the nitty gritty, like hard parts of their life. Shush, I'm making a video, hush. Anyway, sorry. When people come on social media, they're not being like, oh my God, guys, like I'm literally so depressed right now. Like, oh my gosh, I'm facing these alcohol abuse problems. I'm suffering, like this is so hard or whatever. For the most part, people don't post that part of their life. What people are going to post are the best parts, like the best, like most highlighted moments. Even me, girl, I'm supposed to be a content creator. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a TikToker, a YouTuber, and all these different things. I barely ever post on Instagram. I barely will, because I feel like a part of me is always just kind of like, wait, like I feel like if I don't have like a major update or like a huge thing happening in my life, then what can I say? Like I can't say anything. I can't post anything. You know what I mean? So many people have that same mindset, which I'm sorry. Please still follow me. I will post more. And I think a great incentive for me posting more is you following me on these pages. So do that. Anyway, but I'm just saying, like so many people, like they will post the best parts of their life. So you're seeing the highlights, the highest moments of someone's life, and you're like comparing yourself to that when it's just like, dude, like they're gonna show their best. Like you don't, like, oh God, like be nice to yourself, like be kind to yourself. Don't put so much pressure on yourself that you don't enjoy the moment and like that you're in right now, and that you're constantly looking at the future and you're like, I'm not there yet. Like don't, like take a breath, my girl. Like, and I know as someone who talks really fast, the fact that I'm saying take a breath, like girl, look in the mirror. I'm looking in the mirror anyway. But like, no, like you don't need to be doing that. Also, what I find so funny is, especially like, you know how I said like I've had these crash outs before as well, like while like look at somebody else's life and be like, oh my God, like why is my life not there? I swear on my life, I have gotten to the age where like when you pop up on social media and you see those people that you went to middle school and high school with, and they're showing you that they're pregnant, or they're showing you that they're like, you know, engaged and they're about to get married, it's not weird anymore. Like back then it was like, oh my God, scandalous, pregnancy, nuptials, but we were just born. We are but young babes. What are you doing? There was a point where like that was like a thing, but now I have gotten to the age where it's completely normal for people to be getting pregnant and be getting married and stuff like that. Like it's a very normal thing. It's a very, very normal thing. Like it's not a scandalous thing anymore. And so the second I think like I start feeling that way, where I'm like, oh my God, like I haven't done that. Like the pregnancy, like I'm chill on that. Like I have no desire for that anytime soon. But like when it comes to like the marriage, like the happy relationships or whatever, like I go back and I think about my life specifically. Like guys, like I grew up with extremely strict immigrant Haitian parents, and I basically, like from my childhood, adolescence, everything, I didn't have experience with dating. I didn't go out much. I didn't do anything. All of my life was literally just watching other people live and do the things that, like, you know, whatever. And like, you know that Squidward meme where like Squidward is just like literally watching SpongeBob and Patrick go have fun, like that was literally my life as a child. Like that's how I was. And then, you know, you would think, okay, like when you go to college though, you're gonna start experiencing life. You're gonna go crazy, right? Like you're gonna start having fun, right? No, I joined a religious cult instead. And so basically I go to college and I'm back on my stuff. I literally was just like reverse. Like once again, let's go back to a strict place where even as an adult, I have to explain the kind of clothing choices I make, where I choose to go travel to, or what I choose to hang out, and what I choose, like, so that's what I did. So I went from a child doing that to being like an adult doing that, and still no dating experience, no none of that, no whatever, right? I literally didn't really truly start like dating kinda until I was like 23. I'm 24. Can you imagine a girl like me who was growing up, you know what I mean, who was like younger and stuff, just being like, when will my life begin? And then watching everybody else and just being like, I don't know, never dating, never doing anything, barely any experience with anything. All of a sudden, 24, being like, oh my gosh, there's no ring on it. Excuse me? If you don't go shake your ass on a yacht in Dubai in a thong, are you crazy? Like, go experience life first. Like, go do things. Like, go experience. Oh my God. I don't even know who I am. Like, I don't even truly know what I want. And to be like, oh my gosh, I want to connect with a specific human being for life bond. And right now is truly insane for me, for my specific experience. It's insane. So I really sometimes, like, when I'm having these crash outs, have to sit for a second and be like, wait a minute. Like, calm down, pump the brakes, you know what I mean? Like, eventually, yes, like, that's gonna come around, you know, but you can't have this like scarcity mindset thinking like, because it's happening to other people, it's never going to happen to you. I feel like one thing, like, just, this is what aggravates me about growing up with like such like a capitalistic country and stuff, is that people think that everything is a competition. Like, naturally you're going to feel like everything is just a competitive thing. Like, you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. And you know the phrase, like, comparison is the thief of joy, because it is. You are so busy looking at somebody else's grass and being like, oh my gosh, like, look at the things that they're experiencing, that you're not even sitting with yourself and being like, what should I be thankful for? Like, what's great about my life? You know what I mean? Like, what do I get to do now at my age that when I was younger, I really, really wanted to have that opportunity. And now I have that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like there. You're not thinking about that. Like, you're constantly like comparing yourself to like other people. Like, I feel like capitalism really pushes that on us as well. Capitalism and immigrant parents. Oh my God. Because tell me, the most aggravating thing is being like a Haitian person, a Nigerian, and Hispanic, whatever. And then you have a cousin who's a high achiever. Oh, because the second you come home, your parents are going to be like, look at you with your little B's in your report card. Look at you with what you're doing with your little clubs, whatever. You know what your cousin's doing? You know what your cousin's doing? I don't care. But there is so much constant comparison that like your family was doing to you, and then you see it like in the world, like people are like, no, that person has a nice car, I can't get a nice car. Because that person is getting married to an incredible human being. Like, it's not gonna happen for me because that's happening to other people. It can't happen for me. That is such foolery. No, absolutely not. In a world full of 8 billion people, there are partners that are specifically meant for you specifically. And you can 100% find these people. Like, you should never let your jealousy, your envy, your fear of it's never going to happen for you. You should never let your capitalistic mindset keep you from just being like, you know what? I'm happy for that person. I'm happy for them. And then one day that's going to happen for me too. And I'm going to be happy about it. It's going to be great. It's gonna be fantastic. You know what I mean? One day you too will also be able to buy yourself a new car, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. One day you too will be getting your degree from that university, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. One day you too will be traveling the same way you see other people your age traveling, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. Be happy for other people right now because you're next. It's also going to happen for you. It's also possible for you. You know what I mean? So my thing is also like, be like nice enough to yourself. Like, I'm not saying like sit on your butt and like don't move anywhere. You know what I mean? Because like, girl, it's tough right now. No, just move. Continue to move. Continue to like work towards your goals and stuff like that. Continue to work towards having like that life or like that fun or like being able to do the things that you want to do. But be nice to yourself in the process. Have mercy for yourself. Give yourself grace. You know what I mean? And then also, my thing is about like being in like your 20s and stuff and being like, oh my God, like life is over, like blah, 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 whatever. I need you to understand right now, how many times have you talked to people who are like older and the age they always say they want to go back to is the age you're at right now? They're always like, oh my God, like, oh God, I remember when I was this age, like, oh my gosh, it was so fun, it was so great. Do you understand that? That means you are literally at a fantastic age. You're in your 20s, you're at a fantastic age, okay? You know what I mean? You can still bend your knees and get back up. No pain. No muscle soreness, okay? I got Megan knees, guys. Yes, I have Megan the Stallion knees. And if I like find the video, I had like posted a TikTok of myself. Like, if I find the video, I'll post it right here. Okay, like I had like posted a TikTok of me like having, I'm like, yeah, like no, I have mega knees. I can literally get back up after doing that. You know what I mean? It's so easy. You are at such a great age to be able to fail at things and be like, oh my goodness, like that was crazy. Anyway, let me dust myself off and try again. You will never be this young again. So like instead of like constantly focusing on like, oh my God, like what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next, what's next, oh my God, what's next, I'm gonna die. Be like, take a minute to really truly appreciate where you're at right now. Because trust me, when you're gonna be 40, 50, 60, 70, whatever, you're gonna look back at now and you don't want to be like, oh, I was so busy looking at what I could be, I didn't like appreciate where I was at. Let's say you don't have the ability to just get on a plane and cruises and doing all whatever. Like, let's say you don't have that right now. That's fine. That's fine. Do you have the funds to go to Dollar Tree and buy a water gun? Okay, great, cool. Grab your cousins, grab the neighborhood kids, grab a friend, do whatever. Go to the freaking park, have a water gun fight. It is getting hot outside. It is getting hot. And I live in Miami, so it's even hotter, okay? Like, you know, do that. Like, go and, like, live and experience your 20s and just be, like, free, bro. Like, go on the dates that you're gonna go on, and not every single one of them is going to lead to marriage, and that's totally fine. That's okay. I remember when I was younger, I was very, very religious, and I met my cousin's wife, who is my cousin now. I love you. Garvey, if you're watching this, you're also my cousin, my queen. Anyway, like, I met my cousin's wife, you know, and I remember she was telling me that I should date as much as possible. Like, I should just be dating. I should be dating. Do the dating thing, right? And I remember at the time I was like super religious, and I was very much like the only person I'm going to date is my husband, and it's gonna be over, you know what I mean? And so I didn't really want to listen to her at the time. But then like as I got a little bit older, like even though like with my dating, like I haven't really dated like seriously or whatever, I feel like I understand why she was like, go date, go out there, explore, because it's not just like Furley's a bop and she just wants to bop and bop around, whatever. No, but it was it's genuinely because like, I feel like I learned so much about what I like and what I tolerate and what I don't like, and qualities that I didn't think were important to me, but I realized are important to me because I've had more experiences. But what this person didn't have, this person had. I was like, oh, I like that. You know what I mean? And then also you like get the opportunity to meet so many different humans and people who have different stories and different backgrounds. And honestly, for me, I don't know. Even if I don't end up with that human, I just love humans in general. I like being around people. So I'm like, I mean, even if I didn't end up with you, like, I'm glad I got the chance to get to know you for like, even if it was like for like a singular date or whatever. Like that's cool. If you traumatize me a little bit, I'm gonna be like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Block you, and I have a story to tell my grandkids one day. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, don't like be so intense and so like extremely serious about your life that you don't like allow yourself to have this fun, because you are never going to be this young again. Like, you are never going to be this young again. Like, go freaking live. Stop being so focused on what you haven't got to yet, and be a little bit more appreciative of where you are. You know what I mean? You're probably further now than you were before. Be glad about that. Be thankful about that. You know what I mean, guys? And also, please don't go rushing into certain decisions. Like, don't go rushing into marriage, rushing into children. Please don't go rushing into children. I'm begging you. Oh my God, please, okay? Like, I think that children in the world deserve parents who are prepared for them and who love them and who know how to take care of them and who have done the work and done the healing. Do the healing. Work on it. Make sure you're good. Oh, please don't rush into having children. Don't rush into like getting married and whatever. I think I saw someone saying that if you're desperate for something, you're going to get the results of your desperation. Okay, like, you're going to get proper results for that. You know what I mean? If you're like the kind of person who's just like, no, I need a partner, I need somebody right now, and I can't possibly be alone for, if you're a person who is so desperate to be in a relationship or whatever, you could be willing to overlook so many potential red flags and so many things that could like hurt you because you're like, I don't care, I just want to be in a relationship. Like, no, the desperation to reach a new point in life, like, simmer down. Also, because me too, I was, for so long, I was someone who had a low self-esteem, and I was a people pleaser. If I had also been in a rush to get in a relationship, oh my God, I was a narcissist's wet dream. A narcissistic man would have eaten me up. They would have been like, oh, you don't think you're attractive? You don't think you're worthy? You don't think you're great? Fantastic. I'm going to nag the absolute hell out of this woman. I am going to make this woman think that nobody else would ever want her but me. And I would have definitely stayed. I would have definitely been okay with that if I was so desperate to be in a relationship. When you're like a person who's genuinely just kind of like, you know what? Yes, I would like there's nothing wrong with wanting to be there, but just like, don't be so desperate that you end up in a situation that you're like, oh crap. Like, I did not want to end up like this. I do not know if you guys remember that story of like the lady who was on TikTok. Who the F did I marry? That lady. Oh my God. Like first of all, I love the fact that she called the man Legion, the guy that she like dealt with, the guy that she got married to. Because it was like, because as someone who also grew up, like, you know, reading the Bible, Legion, if you guys don't know, is a demon. Like, not even one demon. He's like multiple demons. Like, there's like a story where I think like Jesus saw some guy, he's like flipping out. And they're like, oh, bro is like possessed, right? And Jesus is like, ayo, who's that? Like, who's possessing you? And they're like, we are Legion. Like, we're like a bunch of demons. Like, kind of like the Avengers, but like not really. And they're like, yeah, so we're Legion. We're like a bunch of demons. And we're like in this one guy. Yeah. And so this guy had like 17 different demons inside of him. And like the Avengers, they were like, we're Legion, you know? And so, like, when I heard that the lady called the man Legion in the story, hilarious. She's so funny for that. But anyway, her story that she told about her getting married to a man who was like absolutely insane, who lied to her so freaking much, was genuinely one of the worst people you could ever encounter or whatever. Her story, she said that she was telling it for a specific reason. And I think a lot of us missed what that reason was. She was at the point where she was like at a certain age where she was like, you know, I feel like at this age I should be married right now. I should be done. I should already have my person. I should do whatever. And so this person showed her a little bit of kindness and a couple little red flags, but she was like, that's fine. You want to marry me? You know what I mean? And she was like willing to look past certain things because of how desperate she was to be loved and how desperate she was to be in a relationship at the time. You know what I mean? And so I feel like that story, like a lot of us took it and we were like, oh my God, like this guy's crazy. But were you really listening though? Were you really listening? She was trying to tell you, don't be so desperate for something that you put yourself in a terrible situation, especially if you're a girl, if you're a woman. Like, oh my gosh, it's even more important that you're very careful because you don't want to end up in something where it's like you're being abused or like something like, you know, something like that happens, you know, so you want to like not be so desperate. Like, I need it now. I need it now. That like you go and you like get into something that's like very, very dangerous and very, very bad for you. So yeah, I love you so, so, so dearly. Please take your time with life. Appreciate it while you're here. Appreciate your youth while you're here. Go bend down. Pick up that pencil. Pick up a pencil off the floor right now. Bend and snap. See how that was so easy for you? That might not be that easy later on. That might not be that easy later on, okay? Be grateful about that. Like, take a second to be like, damn, that's amazing. You have legs, you can walk, you have a family, you have friends, like you live near nature. You can just go and take a walk when you want and just do that. Like, whatever it is, just appreciate your youth for a second because yes, you are still youthful. Oh my God, I do not care about once you turn 25, you're not a child anymore. Shut the hell up. Yes, you are. You're still pretty young. When you're 30, you're still pretty young. When you're 35, you're still pretty young. Until you're like 40, I think 40 is like 40, 50. When you're like middle-aged or whatever, you're still young. Like, chill. Be nice to yourself. Don't be so desperate. Follow me on my socials. Follow me on my TikTok and my Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Comment. Okay? Hit the notification bell so you're reminded every time I upload. Be happy. Don't worry. The more followers I get on Instagram, the more likely I will post more. I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, if even a little bit. I hope it helped you even a little bit. I'm probably gonna come back and watch it the next time I have a crash out. The next time I open up Instagram and see somebody else from high school getting married, I'm probably gonna crash out and I'm gonna watch this video. I'll watch this video and be like, girl, relax. Take your time, okay? And take your time. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you. Pretty. Bye.